Have you heard of ISO 27001 data classification?
Yeah, I have. It's a way to categorize data based on its sensitivity and importance, right?
Exactly. It's like organizing your wardrobe. You separate your everyday clothes from your fancy dress, right?
Haha, that's a good analogy. So, what are the different levels of data classification?
There are usually 3 levels: public, internal, and confidential.
I see. Can you give me an example of each level?
Sure. Public data can be things like press releases, internal data can be employee information, and confidential data can be financial information.
Got it. So, why is it important to classify data?
Well, it helps organizations better manage, protect, and share information effectively.
That makes sense. So, does ISO 27001 data classification apply to all types of organizations?
Yes, it does. Both small and large organizations can benefit from it.
Cool. I'm going to look more into it. Thanks for the chat.
Anytime. Data classification can be fun, right?
Yeah, it can be. Who knew organizing data could be so interesting?
Hey there. I heard we're implementing ISO 27001 asset management in our company.
Yup. It's a big deal. Our assets are important and we need to manage them properly.
Absolutely. But to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
No worries, it basically means we need to keep track of all our important stuff and make sure it's protected.
Okay, that makes sense. But how do we even begin to manage all of our assets?
Well, we need to identify them first. Everything from equipment, software, and data needs to be accounted for.
Got it. And once we know what we have, what's next?
We need to assess their value and determine how critical they are to our business.
This sounds like a lot of work. Can we hire a team of experts to handle this?
I wish. But honestly, it's everyone's responsibility to make sure our assets are protected. We can all do our part to make it easier.
Okay, so how do we make sure we're following the ISO 27001 asset management guidelines?
We need to establish policies and procedures and regularly review and update them to ensure we're meeting the requirements.
Phew, that sounds like a lot of paperwork.
Don't worry, we'll make it fun. We'll have a shredding party to get rid of any outdated documents.
Now that sounds like my kind of party.
See? ISO 27001 can be fun. We'll protect our assets and have a blast doing it.
I'm excited to get started. Thanks for explaining everything to me, B.
Anytime, hey.
Good morning, Professor. Thank you for coming in to discuss student affairs.
Good morning. It's my pleasure. What can I do for you?
We've noticed a trend of students falling asleep in class. Do you have any suggestions for keeping them engaged?
Perhaps using more interactive teaching methods like group discussions, games, and multimedia tools could help.
That's a great idea. We'll try that. Also, we have a student who's struggling academically. Do you have any advice for them?
Encouraging them to seek tutoring, attending review sessions, and meeting with professors for extra help can make a big difference.
That makes sense. And what about students who are having trouble adapting to campus life?
Encouraging them to join clubs and organizations, making connections with other students, and attending campus events can help them feel more comfortable.
I see. And finally, we'd like to improve our campus's sustainability efforts. Do you have any suggestions for how we can encourage students to be more eco-friendly?
Hosting events and competitions focused on sustainability, creating a green campus initiative, and incentivizing sustainable behavior can help raise awareness and promote change.
Those are excellent suggestions. Thank you so much, Professor.
My pleasure. Always happy to help.
Hey there. Are you ready for our outdoor training session today?
Yes, I am. I am all charged up and excited about it.
That's great to hear. We are going to be doing some hill sprints today. Are you ready for the challenge?
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this session.
That's the spirit. But remember, safety first. Do some warm-up exercises before we hit the hills.
All right, coach. I'll make sure to stretch properly.
Good. Now, let's get started. Jogging up the hill should be your first task. Make sure you maintain your breathing rhythm.
Got it. I will try my best.
Excellent. Now, let's do some sprints. Remember to keep your core engaged.
Phew, this is intense. I can feel the burn in my legs.
Great job. The more you sweat now, the less you'll bleed in the ring.
Haha, that's motivating.
You're doing amazing. Let's do a few more sprints, and then we'll focus on some strength training.
Sounds good to me. I have a habit of pushing myself until I can't go anymore.
Well, that's not always a good thing. Pace yourself, and you'll see better results in the long run.
I'll keep that in mind, Coach. Thank you for the advice.
No problem, happy to help. Okay, time for some squats and lunges. Let's see those legs work.
All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Phew. That was a tough workout, but I feel amazing now.
That's what I like to hear. You did great today.
Thanks for pushing me. I couldn't have done it without you.
It was my pleasure. Same time next week?
You bet. I'll be ready for whatever you have in store for me.
Haha. I have no doubts about that. See you soon. So, have you heard about ISO 27001 penetration testing?
Yeah, I have. It sounds like a fancy karate move.
Haha, no, it's a way of testing the security of computer systems.
Oh, I see. So it's like the ninja of computer security?
You could say that. It's a way of detecting vulnerabilities and weaknesses in a system.
That's important, especially with all the hackers trying to break in.
Yes, exactly. The test involves simulating an attack on the system to see how it responds.
So it's like a stress test for computers.
Right. And just like when we exercise, we try to push the system to its limit to make it stronger.
That's a cool way to think about it. I've never thought of computers needing exercise too.
Well, they don't need to hit the gym, but they do need to stay sharp to stay safe.
I agree. It's like keeping your car in top condition so it doesn't break down.
Exactly. And ISO 27001 penetration testing is one way to help keep our computer systems healthy.
Well, count me in on the Ninja Computer Security team.
Haha, sounds like a plan. Let's go protect the digital world. Good evening, can I please have some extra long breadsticks?
Certainly, ma'am. Were you thinking of any particular dipping sauce to accompany them?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. What would you recommend?
Well, our garlic butter is always a hit, but I'm personally a fan of our marinara sauce.
Tough choice. Can I get one of each?
Of course. I'll bring those extra long breadsticks out to you shortly. Anything else I can get for you in the meantime?
Yes, actually. Do you have any recommendations for a good entree?
Definitely. Our seafood linguine is a customer favorite, but if you're in the mood for something a bit more meaty, our filet mignon is to die for.
Oh, that linguine sounds delicious. I'll go with that.
Great choice. I'll get that started for you. Would you like a glass of wine to go with that?
Yes, please. What do you recommend?
If you like a crisp white wine, I highly recommend our Pinot Grigio. If you prefer something a bit bolder, our Cabernet Sauvignon is a wonderful choice.
I'll go with the Pinot Grigio. Thank you for the suggestion.
My pleasure. I'll bring that out to you as well. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's everything for now. Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Enjoy your meal and those extra long breadsticks.
Good morning, Director B. Are you ready to get started with today's shoot?
Yes, I am. How are you feeling today?
I feel great. I had a good night's sleep and I'm ready to give my best performance.
That's great to hear. Okay, let's go over the scene we'll be shooting today.
All right, let me get my script.
While you're getting your script, I'll go over the blocking with the rest of the crew.
Sounds good. Returns with script. What's the plan for this scene?
In this scene, you'll be taking a phone call while walking down the street. You'll need to look frustrated and stressed out.
Got it. Should I rehearse my lines?
Yes, but let's do a few rehearsals without the camera rolling first.
Sure thing. Start rehearsing.
Watching the rehearsal, good, good. Remember to keep your tone frustrated and stressed.
Nods, okay.
All right, let's shoot this. Places everyone. After the shoot, great job, A. You really nailed that scene.
Thanks, B. It was a fun one to do.
And we got it done quickly. That's what I like to see.
Laughs, yes, me too.
Okay, let's move on to the next scene.
Sounds like a plan. Can't wait to see what we'll be doing next.
Smiling, trust me, it'll be just as fun as this one.
Hey B, have you heard about the latest vulnerability scan in ISO 27001?
Yeah, I have. It's quite interesting, isn't it?
Definitely. It's important to ensure that our systems are secure and there are no potential threats.
I totally agree. But sometimes, it feels like a never-ending process.
Haha, yeah. It's like playing whack-a-mole, but with cyber threats.
True. So have you identified any vulnerabilities in our system yet?
Yes, we found some minor vulnerabilities, but nothing too serious.
That's good to hear. How are you planning to address those vulnerabilities?
We've listed them down and we're prioritizing each one based on the level of risk they pose. Then, we'll start fixing them one by one.
Sounds like a solid plan. How long do you think it will take to fix all of them?
It depends on the severity of the vulnerability, but we're hoping to fix all of them within a month.
Impressive. I think I need to step up my game when it comes to vulnerability scanning.
You should. It's always better to be proactive and prevent any potential cyber attacks.
You're right. I'll definitely start paying more attention to it.
Good idea. And remember to always keep your antivirus software up to date too.
Yes, of course. Better safe than sorry.
Absolutely. So, have you experienced any cyber attacks before?
Luckily, no. But it's always best to be prepared, right?
Definitely. And with the continuous development of technology, cyber threats will only become more sophisticated.
Yeah, it can be quite scary. But as long as we take precautionary measures, we should be good to go.
Exactly. Prevention is key. And with our expertise in vulnerability scanning, we'll be ready for anything that comes our way.
Agreed. Let's stay one step ahead of the game.
Hey there. How are we doing on the grill today? Great to hear. Your barbecue sauce is a hit with our customers. What's your secret recipe? Love, huh? That's a secret ingredient we can't leave out then. Laughs, how about we add some mashed potatoes to the menu tonight? Excellent idea. And let's not forget our famous coleslaw. How's the cabbage looking? Perfect. And don't forget to sprinkle a little lemon juice on top. It adds that extra zing. Sounds tasty. Let's add them as a new appetizer. You always know how to surprise our customers with your delicious creations. And it's working. We've had repeat customers every week. Pat's chef on the back, keep up the good work, my friend. Hi, I'm curious, have you ever had to test a website that was so slow you could make a coffee while waiting for it to load?
Haha, yes, more often than not. But thankfully, there are plenty of tools and techniques we can use to optimize website performance.
Can you give me an example of such a tool?
Sure, one of my favorites is Google PageSpeed Insights. It analyzes your site's content and provides suggestions on how to improve its speed and overall user experience.
That sounds helpful. Do you have any tips for minimizing the number of HTTP requests?
One way is to combine multiple style sheets and scripts into a single file. Plus, small things like compressing images and leveraging browser caching can also make a difference.
Speaking of images, what do you think about using SVGs instead of traditional image formats?
SVGs are great for logos and icons because they're scalable and don't lose quality. But they're not ideal for photographs or complex graphics since they tend to have larger file sizes.
I see. How important is it to test a website's responsiveness across different devices?
It's essential since users access websites on a variety of devices nowadays. We need to ensure the site looks and performs well whether it's accessed on a desktop, smartphone, or tablet.
Good point. How about testing a site's accessibility for people with disabilities?
It's equally important since accessibility is a crucial aspect of user experience. For example, we must ensure the site is navigable using assistive technologies like screen readers.
Thank you for sharing all these insights. It's clear that website testing and optimization require a lot of attention to detail.
It may seem overwhelming, but it's ultimately worth it since it results in better user experiences and higher conversion rates.
True. The effort put into testing and optimization always shows in the final product. Thanks for your time today. Hey B, have you checked out the latest social media platform we're designing?
Yeah, I have. It's pretty exciting, right? I mean, we get to create something that people will use every day.
Definitely. So, how do we ensure that it's easy to use and fun at the same time?
Well, first, we need to make sure that the interface is visually appealing. People won't stick around if it's an eyesore.
That's true. What about the user experience? How can we make sure everyone enjoys using it?
We need to create a friendly atmosphere by adding intangible elements like nice colors and sounds, so users feel comfortable using it.
Yeah, I totally agree. But how do we stay ahead of the competition?
We should incorporate unique features that are not available on other platforms. That would make it more intriguing to use.
I like that idea. How about we add a feature where users can send virtual high fives to their friends? That could be really popular.
Genius. Another thing we could do is allow users to create polls and quizzes so they can have a little fun while using the platform.
Brilliant. So, we have a visually appealing interface, a friendly atmosphere, unique features, and fun activities. This is going to be one amazing platform.
Agreed. I can't wait to see people using it and enjoying it. Let's get to work.
Hello there, B. How's your research project going?
Hi, Professor A. It's going well, but I'm still trying to narrow down my focus.
That's understandable. I find that narrowing down a research topic can be the hardest part.
Yes, it can be overwhelming. But I've been doing some reading and I think I have a clearer idea now.
Great. What specific area are you thinking of exploring?
I'm interested in studying the effects of caffeine on memory retention in elderly individuals.
Ah, that's an interesting topic. Have you consulted any previous studies on the subject?
Yes, I found some studies that show caffeine can improve memory retention, but I want to focus specifically on the elderly population.
That's a good approach. How do you plan on conducting your research?
I'm thinking of using a cognitive test to measure memory retention in participants who consume caffeine versus those who don't.
Sounds like a solid plan. Have you thought about any potential challenges you might face?
Yes, I'm aware that caffeine can have different effects on different individuals, so I need to be mindful of that in my study design.
Very smart. Well, it sounds like you're on the right track. Keep me updated on your progress, and let me know if you need any assistance.
Thanks, Professor A. I appreciate your support.
Hi there. Can I get a drink, please?
Of course. What can I get you?
Do you have any recommendations?
If you're feeling adventurous, I'd suggest trying our tequila sunrise.
That sounds interesting. What's in it?
It's made with tequila, orange juice, and a splash of grenadine.
Is it strong?
It can be, depending on how much tequila we put in. But it's definitely a fun drink to try.
All right, I'll give it a shot. How long have you been working here?
I've been bartending for about 3 years now. It's a busy job, but I love meeting new people and making great drinks.
That sounds like a fun job. Do you have any crazy drink stories?
Oh boy, too many to count. But one time, a customer ordered a drink called a zombie and ended up dancing on the bar. It definitely made for a memorable night.
Haha, that's hilarious. Well, I hope this tequila sunrise lives up to the hype.
I'm sure you'll love it. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thanks so much. This is really refreshing. I'll definitely have to come back and try some of your other drinks.
Absolutely. We have a lot of great options, so whenever you're in the mood for something new, just let me know.
Hi, I'm an international affairs officer here. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm a student interested in studying abroad. Do you have any programs you recommend?
Yes, we have several programs depending on your interests and field of study. Have you considered any specific countries or universities?
I was thinking about going to Japan. Do you have any partnerships with universities there?
Yes, we do. We have partnerships with several universities in Japan, including Tokyo University and Kyoto University. What's your major?
I'm studying engineering.
Great. We have partnerships with several engineering universities in Japan. You can even apply for scholarships to cover some of the costs.
That sounds amazing. How long is the program?
The program length varies depending on the university and program you choose. We have short-term programs ranging from a few weeks to a full semester, and long-term programs that can last up to a year.
I think I'd be interested in a short-term program. When do applications typically open?
Applications usually open around October, so make sure to keep an eye out. In the meantime, you can start preparing your application materials, including transcripts and letters of recommendation.
Thanks for the information. I'll definitely look into it.
Of course, let me know if you have any other questions. Studying abroad is an exciting opportunity to broaden your horizons and gain valuable experience.
I'm definitely excited about the prospect. Thanks again for your help.
Hey, have you ever tried rendang before?
Rendang? No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a spicy meat dish from Indonesia. It's so good.
I'm not sure if I can handle spicy food.
Come on, live a little. You won't regret it.
All right, I'll give it a try. Where can we find rendang around here?
We can check out the Indonesian restaurant down the street. I'm drooling just thinking about it.
Okay, let's go. Do you have any tips before I try it?
Definitely have it with rice. It's the perfect combination. And don't forget to drink something cold.
Got it, thanks. Is it really that spicy though?
Not too spicy. But if you can't handle it, just eat more rice.
Haha, good to know. I don't want to embarrass myself.
No worries, we'll be in this together. And trust me, the flavor is worth it.
All right, let's do this. I'm ready to try some rendang.
Yes. I can't wait to see your reaction. You might become addicted.
Really? That sounds dangerous.
Don't worry, I'm a rendang addict too. We can be addicts together.
Haha, all right. Let's go become rendang addicts.
Hey there, B. How are you doing?
Hi, hey. I'm doing great, thank you. I've been wanting to learn Bootstrap for web design. Can you help me?
Sure thing. Bootstrap is a great platform to design websites. It's quite easy to learn, too. First things first, have you set up your development environment?
Not yet. What tools do I need?
You just need a basic text editor like Sublime or Visual Studio Code. Once you have that installed, you can start working on designing websites with Bootstrap.
That sounds simple. What are the key components of Bootstrap?
The key components are the grid system, components, and utilities. The grid system is used to structure your content, components are pre-made UI elements, and utilities are classes used for common styling like text alignment and spacing.
That's cool. How do I get started?
You can start by checking out the official Bootstrap documentation. They have some great examples and templates to get you started. You can also try out some online tutorials or courses to help you get up to speed.
Thanks for the information, A. This is really helpful.
No problem, B. It's always great to see someone eager to learn something new. Good luck and have fun with Bootstrap. Hi there, B. What are you going to have for lunch?
Hey, A. I'm thinking of getting a burger. What about you?
A burger sounds tempting, but I think I'll go for a salad today.
Salad? You're so healthy all the time.
Well, I do try to keep a balanced diet. Plus, this restaurant has some pretty great salads.
Yeah, I guess I should start eating healthier too.
It definitely has its benefits. So, how have you been?
I've been pretty busy with work, but things are going well. How about you?
Same here, work has been keeping me on my toes. But I'm managing.
That's good to hear. Hey, have you heard about that new movie that just came out?
Which one?
The one about the talking dog.
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer for it. It looks so cute.
I know, right? I'm thinking of seeing it this weekend.
I'd love to join you, but I have some errands to run.
No worries, we can always catch up later.
Definitely. So, have you made any plans for the upcoming holiday?
I'm thinking of going on a road trip with some friends. How about you?
I'm actually planning to take a staycation and just relax at home.
That sounds like a great idea too. Sometimes it's nice to just have some me time.
I couldn't agree more. Well, our food should be here any minute now.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig in. Thanks for coming out for lunch with me, hey.
Of course, it's always great to catch up with you, B. Hey there, B. You look like you're deep in thought. What are you working on?
Hi, hey. Just trying to figure out how to improve our risk assessment model using machine learning algorithms.
Yeah. That's been on our to-do list for a while now. What are some of the challenges you're facing with that?
Well, we're dealing with a lot of data, some of which is unstructured, and we need to find a way to extract meaningful patterns from it.
I know what you mean. We also need to make sure the model is scalable and can handle large volumes of data in real time.
Exactly. And on top of that, we have to make sure the model is accurate and doesn't produce too many false positives or false negatives.
Yes, that's crucial. So what sort of ML techniques are you thinking of using?
I've been looking into a few different ones, like random forests and XGBoost. They're both good at handling large volumes of data and producing accurate results.
Interesting. Another technique that might be worth considering is deep learning. Have you looked into that at all?
I have, but I'm not sure it's the best fit for this particular problem. It's much better suited for image recognition and natural language processing.
Fair enough. So, how do you think we can evaluate the effectiveness of our risk assessment model?
One approach is to calculate metrics like precision, recall, and F1 score, which give us a sense of how well the model is performing in terms of false positives and false negatives.
That makes sense. And we can always do some A/B testing to see how the model performs compared to our existing one.
Definitely. We should also make sure we have a good training and validation strategy in place to avoid overfitting and ensure the model generalizes well.
Good point. It's also important to make sure the model is transparent and explainable, so our stakeholders can understand how it arrived at its decisions.
Agreed. And we have to keep in mind regulatory requirements and ensure that the model doesn't discriminate against any particular demographic.
Yes, that's a big concern. We should make sure to test our model on diverse data sets and review its performance by demographic and other relevant factors.
Perfect. So, now that we have a plan in place, let's get to work and build an awesome risk assessment model.
Let's do it. I'm excited to see what we can come up with. Hey B, have you ever tried gallo pinto?
No, I haven't. What's that?
It's a traditional dish from Costa Rica made with rice and black beans.
That sounds interesting. Is it spicy?
Not really. It's usually mildly seasoned with onions, garlic, and cilantro.
I'm curious now. What else goes into it?
Some versions include diced bell pepper, tomato sauce, and sometimes even a splash of Lozano sauce for an extra kick.
Lozano sauce? I've never heard of that one.
Oh, it's a Costa Rican sauce that's similar to Worcestershire, but with a uniquely sweet and tangy taste.
I might have to look for that sauce. Is gallo pinto usually served with anything else?
Yes, it's often paired with scrambled eggs, fried plantains, and sour cream.
That sounds like a hearty breakfast.
You got that right. It's a staple dish for Ticos, and even Costa Ricans who live abroad crave for it from time to time.
I can see why. It sounds delicious.
Absolutely. In fact, some people say that gallo pinto unites the Costa Rican culture more than anything else.
That's amazing. I think I need to try it ASAP.
I'll make sure to invite you over for some gallo pinto soon. Deal?
Deal. And maybe we can even try to make it together. What do you say?
That would be awesome. Let's plan for it. Good morning, Mr. B. How can I assist you today?
Hi, Mr. A. I need some legal advice about my neighbor's noisy dog.
Ah, I see. Is the noise causing a disturbance to you or your property?
Definitely. The dog barks nonstop all night long, and I can hardly get any sleep.
I understand your frustration. Have you tried speaking with your neighbor about it?
Yes, but unfortunately it hasn't helped. That's why I think I need to take legal action.
Well, we could look into filing a complaint with the local animal control office. They have the authority to deal with noise issues like this.
That's great to know. I just hope it doesn't turn into a dog-eat-dog legal battle.
Laughs, I see what you did there. But seriously, it's always better to try to resolve issues amicably before resorting to legal action.
I agree. But in this case, I'm afraid legal action is the only option left.
Alright, I'll look into it and get back to you with some recommendations. But let's hope things don't get too rough.
Laughs, thank you, Mr. A. I appreciate your help.
No problem, Mr. B. It's always a pleasure to lend a paw to those in need. Hey B, how's it going? I was wondering if you could update me on the progress of the project.
Hey A, everything is going great, actually. We're right on track with our development schedule.
That's fantastic. As you know, we have a tight deadline to meet, so I'm glad to hear that we're making good progress. What's on the schedule for this week?
This week we're working on testing and debugging the functionality of the new features we've implemented from last week's sprint.
That's great. So, should I put in some time for monitoring the progress during this week?
That depends, but generally speaking, it would be a good idea to check in at least once or twice this week to see how things are going.
Okay, I'll do that. So, what's on the horizon for next week's sprint?
Next week we'll be working on adding some new features that our client has requested, so it will be quite busy, but we're confident we'll be able to deliver on time.
That sounds like a lot of work, but I have faith in our team's ability to deliver. Thanks for the update, B.
No problem, A. It's always great working with you.
Hi Dr. B, I think I may have broken my arm.
Oh no. How did it happen?
Well, I was trying to show off my dance moves to my cat and I slipped on a rug.
Laughs, well, at least you have an audience. Let me take a look at it.
It's really sore and I can't move it.
It looks like you may have a fractured bone. We'll need to get an x-ray to confirm.
What's the treatment for a bone fracture?
It depends on the severity of the fracture. We may need to immobilize your arm with a cast or brace, or if it's a more serious fracture, surgery may be necessary.
Worried? Oh no, surgery sounds scary.
Don't worry, we'll do everything we can to make you feel comfortable and keep you pain-free.
Thank you, that's reassuring.
Just remember, it's important to let your arm heal properly so you can get back to dancing with your cat in no time.
Laughs, yes, I'll definitely have to be more careful next time.
Smiling, well, accidents happen to the best of us. Let's get that x-ray and start working on your treatment plan.
Hi, did you just try the free fall ride?
Yeah, that was insane. My heart is still racing.
Same here, I wasn't expecting the drop to be that intense.
Exactly. My stomach feels like it's still up there.
Haha, that's a good way to describe it. Did you scream like I did?
You bet I did. I'm pretty sure everyone within a mile heard me.
Same here, I think I broke the sound barrier. But it was so worth it.
Definitely, although I'm not sure if I'm going to go back on it anytime soon. How about you?
Honestly, I'm having mixed feelings about it. Part of me wants to go again, but another part of me is too scared.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. But that's what makes these rides so exciting.
You're right, I'm glad I tried it at least once. Which ride are you planning to try next?
I think I'm going to take it easy for a bit and try the Ferris wheel. How about you?
I'm feeling a bit more adventurous. I think I'm going to try the roller coaster next.
Whoa, you're braver than me. But I can't wait to hear about it. Have fun.
Wow, that haunted house was intense. What did you think, B?
Oh my gosh, I was terrified the entire time. I had my eyes closed half the time.
You're not alone. I was practically holding my breath the entire way through. Did you see any ghosts or ghouls?
I'm not sure if I did or it was just my imagination. What about you?
I thought I saw a few things, but honestly, the flashing lights and spooky sounds had me jumping at everything.
Same here. I really have to hand it to the designers, though. They did an amazing job creating an unforgettable experience.
Yes, the attention to detail was crazy. From the animatronics to the makeup on the actors, everything was top-notch.
I agree. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, but anyone who is up for a good scare should give it a try.
Exactly. I'm so glad we took a chance and went in there. It's a great way to amp up the excitement during the day.
Do you think you'd ever go back in again?
Honestly, I'm not sure. One time was enough for me. But hey, never say never. Maybe someday I'll be daring enough to face my fears once more.
Haha, I know what you mean. Well, I guess we can say we survived the haunted house together.
Definitely a memory we won't forget anytime soon. Hey, have you heard about the recent market updates in the oil industry?
Yeah, the competition is getting tougher, and it's time for our company to come up with some effective marketing strategies to increase our market share and brand awareness.
Exactly. But how are we going to do that? I heard the top management is scheduled to discuss this issue soon.
Well, we could start by identifying our target audience and understanding their needs and preferences.
That's a good point. We can also analyze our competitor strategies and come up with something unique and different.
And we should also focus on highlighting our strengths and advantages compared to others in the industry.
Yes, but we also need to keep in mind the current market trends and changes in customer behavior.
True. Maybe we can conduct some market research and surveys to gather more insights.
That's a great idea. We can also leverage social media and other digital platforms to reach out to our potential customers.
And don't forget about the power of word-of-mouth marketing. We should aim to build strong relationships with our existing customers and encourage them to refer us to their friends and family.
Yes, and we can also organize events and sponsor community activities to increase our brand visibility and create a positive impact.
Absolutely. We need to be creative and innovative in our approach and constantly adapt to the changing market dynamics.
I couldn't agree more. With the right set of marketing strategies, we can definitely achieve our goals and stay ahead of the competition.
That's the spirit. Let's present our ideas to the higher-ups and make a lasting impression.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do this. Hey, have you ever considered getting certified in something related to our field?
Of course. I've been thinking about it for a while now. Have you?
Definitely. I've been looking into a few options, but I'm not sure which one to go for.
Well, I've heard that getting certified can really boost your chances of landing a new job or getting a promotion.
That's what I've heard too. But I'm also wondering if it's worth the time and money.
I think it definitely can be, especially if you're in a competitive field. Plus, it shows that you're committed to your career.
That's a really good point. Which certification were you thinking about getting?
I was actually considering the Project Management Professional, PMP, certification. What about you?
I was looking into the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, CISSP, certification.
Oh, I've heard that one's pretty tough. But it's also really in demand right now.
Yeah, it definitely seems challenging. But I'm up for it.
That's the spirit. Plus, you'll be learning a lot of valuable skills along the way.
That's true. And I could definitely use some additional skills on my resume.
Exactly. And who knows, this could be just what you need to take your career to the next level.
You're right. All right, I'm convinced. I'm going to start looking into the CISSP certification more seriously now.
Great. And let me know if you need any help along the way. We can study together or bounce ideas off each other.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the encouragement.
No problem. It's always important to keep growing professionally.
Hey there. Nice to see you on Steam.
Hey, glad to have you as a friend. What game are you playing?
I'm currently playing Among Us. Have you played it?
Yeah, I've played it a few times. It's pretty fun. Do you want to play together?
Sure, let's give it a go. Have you been imposter yet?
Yeah, I have. It's really tough trying to convince everyone you're innocent.
Haha, yeah, it definitely takes some skill. So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in this game?
Well, I remember I was the imposter once and I accidentally killed someone in front of another crewmate. I started panicking, but somehow I was able to talk my way out of it.
That's impressive. I'm still trying to master the art of deception in this game.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. Have you tried any other games on Steam?
I played a ton, but my all-time favorite has to be Stardew Valley. It's such a relaxing game.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I might have to check it out. You have good taste in games.
Thanks. I try to discover hidden gems whenever I can. Have you found any lately?
Yeah, actually, there's this game called Hades that I recently started playing. It's been really addictive.
Oh, I've heard great things about that one. I might have to give it a try myself.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's great to have you as a Steam friend, by the way.
Likewise. It's always nice to connect with fellow gamers. Good morning. Welcome to our restaurant. I'm the manager, A. How can I assist you?
Good morning, A. I'm a tea master, B. I was hoping to have a traditional Japanese meal and experience the tea ceremony.
Absolutely, we specialize in traditional Japanese cuisine and our tea ceremony is highly acclaimed. Have you experienced a tea ceremony before?
Yes, I have, but I'm always looking to expand my knowledge and experience.
Excellent. We have a traditional tatami room available for the tea ceremony, and our chef can prepare a special kaiseki meal for you.
That sounds perfect. I was hoping for a vegetarian meal, is that possible?
Certainly, our chef is highly skilled in preparing vegetarian dishes. Would you like your meal served before or after the tea ceremony?
Before, please. I find it easier to focus on the ceremony when I'm not hungry.
Noted. And what type of tea would you prefer for the ceremony?
I would love to try matcha green tea.
Great choice. Our matcha is sourced from a local farm and is of exceptional quality. Would you like to watch as I prepare the tea, or would you prefer to do it yourself?
I would love to watch and learn from you.
Wonderful. Please follow me to the tatami room and let's begin your authentic Japanese experience.
Wow, this room is beautiful. I love the traditional decor.
Thank you. Here's your kaiseki meal, freshly prepared by our chef.
Everything looks delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now, let's begin with the tea ceremony. Please watch closely as I prepare the matcha.
Observing closely, this is fascinating. The precision and attention to detail is impressive.
Yes, the tea ceremony is all about mindfulness and respect for the guests. Here's your bowl of matcha. Please enjoy.
Sipping the tea, this is exquisite. The taste and aroma are exceptional.
I'm glad you enjoy it. The tea ceremony is an important part of Japanese culture and we are honored to share it with our guests.
Thank you for providing such a memorable experience. I will definitely recommend your restaurant to others.
It was our pleasure. Thank you for choosing us, and we hope to see you again soon. Good morning, Mr. B. I hope you slept well last night.
Actually, officer, the bed they gave me was as hard as a rock. I don't think I'll be requesting a reservation anytime soon.
Well, it's not the Ritz, that's for sure. So, let's get down to business. What can you tell me about your whereabouts at the time of the crime?
I was at home binge watching Stranger Things. I have witnesses Dustin, Mike, Lucas, and 11.
Uh-huh. And were any of these witnesses human beings?
Well, no. But they're my friends.
I see. Now, you do realize that lying to a police officer is a serious offense punishable by law, right?
Of course, officer. But in all honesty, I really was watching Stranger Things. It's my alibi.
Chuckles, I've been meaning to catch up on that show, but I just don't have the time. Is it really that good?
Oh, it's amazing. You'll get hooked after the first episode. Maybe we can watch it together before the trial.
Laughs, I don't think that would be the best idea. But thanks for the offer. Now, let's get back to the investigation. Oh, these mashed potatoes are amazing. Definitely the best I've ever tasted.
I couldn't agree more. They're so creamy and smooth.
I love how they're not too garlicky or salty. Just the perfect amount of seasoning.
Exactly. And it's impressive how they manage to keep the texture so fluffy.
I also appreciate how they're not too buttery. I hate it when mashed potatoes are drowning in butter.
For sure. These are perfectly balanced. And did you notice how they incorporated some herbs in there?
Yes, I think I taste some thyme and chives. It really adds a nice touch.
Definitely. These mashed potatoes would pair so well with some roasted chicken or turkey.
Or even with some sautéed veggies. These are versatile and delicious.
I will definitely come back to this restaurant just for the mashed potatoes.
Same here. Let's make sure to leave a good review and share it with our foodie friends.
Absolutely. It's not every day you find mashed potatoes that are this good.
I wonder what other dishes they have on their menu. I'm already impressed by how well they did the mashed potatoes.
Me too. Let's ask the server for some recommendations after we finish devouring these.
Hi, I'm the barista. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm the roaster. It's great to meet you too.
So, what brings you here?
Well, I've always wanted to learn how to make a proper Spanish coffee. What about you?
Same here. I think it's fascinating how much effort goes into making a truly good cup of coffee.
Definitely. I mean, there's so much to know about the different types of beans and their roast levels.
And don't forget about the importance of water temperature and brewing time.
Right. It all adds up to create a perfectly balanced taste. Shall we try making some?
Sounds good to me. Let's start by grinding the beans to the right coarseness.
Got it. And then we need to carefully measure the amount of coffee and water.
And of course, pour it at the right temperature to ensure maximum extraction.
Yes, the goal is to get all the flavors out without over-extracting, which can lead to bitterness.
Exactly. Wow, this is looking and smelling amazing.
Yes, the aroma is heavenly. I can't wait to taste it.
Me too. Shall we clink our cups?
Absolutely. Cheers to our hard work and dedication, resulting in such a delicious cup of coffee.
Hi there. I'm feeling lucky today. Mind if I join in on the craps game?
Of course. Welcome to our table. Have you played before?
A few times, but not very successfully. Any tips?
Well, remember to always stick to your budget and don't get too greedy. And make sure to follow the rules and etiquette of the game.
Got it. Let's give it a try. Pass line, please.
All right, let's roll the dice. Oh, looks like it's a 7. That's a win for you.
Woohoo. I'm on a roll. I'll stick with the pass line again.
Sure thing. And it's an 8. Looks like you win again.
This is great. I think I'll up my bet now. Pass line, please.
All right, let's see what the dice have in store for you. It's a snake eyes. Tough luck, that's a loss.
Oh well, can't win them all. I'll stick with the same bet.
All right, rolling the dice again, it's a 12. That's a win for you.
Yes. I'm feeling lucky again. Pass line, please.
Let's see, a 9. That's another win for you.
Wow, I can't believe my luck. Let's keep it going. Pass line again, please.
All right, let's see what the dice have in store for you this time. It's a 6. That's a win.
Yay. This is so much fun. I think I'll keep playing for a bit.
Sure thing. Just remember to always gamble responsibly and have fun.
Hey B, have you ever tried spaghetti carbonara before?
Hi A, yes I did, and it's one of my favorites. Why do you ask?
I just tried it for the first time yesterday and it blew my mind. The creaminess and saltiness of the dish were spot on.
Yes, the combination of eggs, Parmesan cheese, and pancetta just creates magic on the plate. Did you know that the original recipe from Rome doesn't use cream?
Really? I had no idea. But you know what? I'm not exactly a fan of keeping tradition. I'll add a drizzle of cream the next time I make it.
Laughs, that is totally up to you, A. There are no rules when it comes to food. But you should try the traditional recipe first before adding anything.
You're right, I'll give it a try. But I can't help adding my own twist on things. I might even add some chili flakes for a little kick.
That's interesting. It could work, but you have to be careful not to overpower the flavor. The dish has a delicate balance.
I know what you mean. I don't want to mess up this classic dish. I'm sure it will still taste great even if I stick to the original recipe.
Trust me, A, you will not regret it. And once you perfect it, you'll have a new go-to meal on your hands.
I'll take your word for it. Thanks for the tip, B. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our yoga class. Let's begin by sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position and taking a few deep breaths.
Takes a deep breath, that feels nice. I'm excited for today's class.
Great to hear, B. Today we'll be focusing on balance and strength-building poses.
Oh boy, I hope I won't topple over during the balancing poses.
Don't worry, B. Remember, it's all about finding your center and focusing your mind. Let's begin with a tree pose.
Attempts the pose and wobbles. Whoa, this is definitely challenging.
It's okay, B. Keep your core engaged and try to focus on a point in front of you.
Smiling, I think I'm getting the hang of it. How about we try a warrior pose next?
Perfect choice, B. Warrior poses build strength and stability.
Comically flexes, I am ready to be a warrior.
Laughs, I love your enthusiasm, B. Now, let's move into a downward dog pose.
This one is always a favorite of mine.
Yes, it's a great pose for stretching out the hamstrings and releasing tension in the shoulders.
Takes a deep breath, this class was just what I needed. Thank you so much, A.
You're welcome, B. Remember to take these lessons off the mat and into your daily life. Namaste. Hey there, B. How's it going?
Hi, A. I'm doing great today. How about you?
I'm doing well too, thanks. So, I heard that we're going to be working together on implementing smart grid technology.
Yeah, that's right. I think machine learning can be very useful for improving our grid operations.
I totally agree. It can help us better understand patterns in energy consumption and optimize our distribution systems.
Exactly. Plus, with real-time data monitoring, we can respond quickly to any issues that arise.
That's true. Have you looked into any specific algorithms or models that might be a good fit for our needs?
Yes, I've been looking at using neural networks for predicting energy demand and distribution. How about you?
Interesting. I've been researching reinforcement learning techniques to optimize our energy storage systems.
I see. It sounds like we have different areas of expertise that can complement each other.
Absolutely. And with a collaborative effort, we can create a more efficient, sustainable, and reliable energy supply for our customers.
Couldn't agree more. Let's get to work and bring those machines to life.
Hey, did you hear about the diving instructor who took a traveler on a dive in the Great Barrier Reef?
No, what happened?
They had an amazing experience. The diver showed the traveler some of the most beautiful parts of the reef and even pointed out some interesting creatures.
Wow, that sounds like a dream come true. I've always wanted to go diving in the Great Barrier Reef myself.
You definitely should. There's nothing quite like it. The colors and the variety of sea life are just incredible.
I bet. So, did the instructor show the traveler any sharks?
Oh yeah. They saw a few reef sharks, but don't worry, they're pretty harmless.
That's a relief. I don't think I'd be too eager to see any great whites up close.
Haha, I don't blame you there. Well, if you do decide to go on a dive, let me know. I'd love to hear all about it.
Will do. Thanks for sharing the story. It made me even more excited to eventually visit the Great Barrier Reef.
Hey B, how's the software testing going?
Not bad, hey. Just found a couple of bugs that need to be fixed.
Oh no, I thought we had tested everything thoroughly.
Well, there's always something that slips through the cracks. That's why we have beta testing.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still frustrating when you think you've got everything covered.
I hear you. But that's why we do what we do, right?
Absolutely. So, what's the plan for fixing those bugs?
I'll send a report to the development team and they'll start working on it right away.
Awesome. Thanks for your hard work, B.
No problem, A. It's all part of the job.
Speaking of which, how's your coffee? Need a refill?
Actually, yes. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem. I know how important caffeine is to software testers.
Ah, that's the truth.
So, any plans for the weekend?
Not really. Planning on some Netflix and chill time. You?
Actually, I'm going on a camping trip with some friends.
Nice. I haven't been camping in ages.
Yeah, it'll be good to get away from screens for a while.
I hear you. Have fun, A.
Hey B, how's your day going so far?
Not too bad, A. Just trying to figure out what we can do to optimize our website's traffic and conversions. How about you?
Same here. I think we need to focus on making our site more user-friendly, from the design to the content.
That's a good point. Do you have any ideas on how we can do that?
Well, we can start by simplifying our navigation menu. I think we have too many options right now, which can be overwhelming for users.
Agreed. We also need to make sure our website is responsive and mobile-friendly. Most people access sites on their phones these days.
Absolutely. And we can't forget about the importance of our landing pages. They need to be clear and concise, with a strong call to action.
Yes, and we should also focus on the language we use on our website. It needs to be easy to understand, yet persuasive enough to encourage people to take action.
Right. We can also implement some A/B testing to see what changes have the biggest impact on our traffic and conversions.
Definitely. And maybe we can also try running some social media campaigns to drive more traffic to our site.
Yes. We can also consider using video content to engage our users and make our site more dynamic.
Great idea, A. I think we have a lot of work to do, but I'm confident that we can boost our traffic and conversions with these changes.
Me too, B. Let's get to work. Hey, B. How's it going today?
Hey, A. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good too. So, we need to design a new product interface. Any ideas on where to start?
I was thinking about incorporating some fun animations and graphics to make it more visually engaging.
That sounds like a great place to start. We could also implement a clean and organized layout to make navigation smooth.
Yes, usability is key. We don't want users feeling lost on the page.
Absolutely. And what about color schemes? Any preferences?
I was thinking we could use some brighter colors to add some excitement, but still maintaining a consistently branded look.
That could work. We should also make sure the font is easy to read.
Good point. Maybe we could find a unique font that adds character, yet still easy to understand.
I like where this is going. Do you think adding some subtle sound effects would enhance the experience?
Sure, we can look into some sound effects. But let's not make it too distracting for users.
Of course not. We want to create an enjoyable, yet functional interface.
Exactly. I think we've got a good starting point. Let's start building this out and see where it takes us.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for brainstorming with me, B.
No problem, A. Looking forward to seeing the final product.
Hi B, how's everything going?
Good morning, A. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well too. I'm glad you're here because I wanted to discuss a work plan with you.
Sure, I'm all ears.
As you know, we have a new project coming up, and I would like your input on how we can approach it.
Of course, I'd be happy to share my thoughts. What are the details of the project?
It's a software development project for a startup. We have been tasked with developing a customized platform for them.
That sounds interesting. Is there any specific technology or framework that is needed for the project?
Yes, we will be using a Python-based framework for the development. We will also integrate machine learning features into the platform.
That's great. Python has a lot of libraries that are perfect for machine learning. How about the timelines, and is the client already on board?
The timeline is 6 months, and the client is already on board. We will have regular checkpoints with the client to ensure that we are meeting their expectations.
That's good to hear. Apart from development, what other tasks do we have to complete?
We have to prepare a demo for the client and produce documentation for the platform. We will also perform rigorous testing to ensure that the platform is bug-free.
Sounds like we have our work cut out for us. I'm excited to start on this project.
Me too, B. I think we can do great things together. Do you have any questions or concerns?
Not at the moment, A. But thanks for asking. Let's get to work and create something amazing.
Agreed, B. Let's make it happen. Hey there, seems like we both have a passion for education and AI.
Absolutely, it's amazing to think about the potential for personalized learning.
Yeah, for sure. So, what ideas do you have for incorporating AI into our educational platform?
Well, one idea is to use AI to analyze student data and offer personalized recommendations for learning materials and quizzes.
That's a great idea. I was also thinking about using AI to create chatbots that can help students with questions or problems they encounter.
Yes, chatbots could be a great way to offer immediate assistance and support to students.
What about using AI to analyze student performance and predict areas where they may struggle in the future?
Definitely. We could then use that data to offer additional resources and support before students even encounter difficulties.
I also think we could use AI to create customized study schedules based on each student's individual learning style and pace.
That's a great idea. We could use machine learning to constantly adapt and refine each student's scheduling recommendations over time.
Yeah, and we could even use AI to generate custom quizzes or learning games based on each student's strengths and weaknesses.
Absolutely. By creating more engaging and personalized content for each student, we can help them to stay motivated and engaged in the learning process.
Sounds like our AI-powered educational platform is going to be a game changer.
I couldn't agree more. With the power of AI on our side, we can truly revolutionize the way that education is delivered and experienced.
Hey B, have you checked out the new website we designed for our client?
Yes, I did. It looks great. But I noticed that the bounce rate is pretty high. What do you think we can do to optimize the website performance?
I think we can start by improving the loading time. We can compress images, minify codes, and reduce server response time.
That's a good point. Also, we should make the website more user-friendly. We can simplify the navigation, make the buttons more prominent, and reduce clutter.
Definitely. And let's not forget about mobile responsiveness. People are using their phones more often to browse websites, so we need to make sure the site looks good on different screen sizes.
Yes. And as a web analyst, I suggest we run A/B tests to see which design layout works best in terms of conversion rate.
Great idea. We can also incorporate calls to action at strategic places on the website, like the checkout page or the landing page.
Sounds like a plan. By optimizing the website flow and conversion rate, we can help our client increase their online revenue and achieve their marketing goals.
True. It's exciting to think about how our efforts can make a big impact on the client's business. Hey there, B. Are you ready to talk about our airline booking and check-in app?
Hey! Definitely, let's dive in. How can we make it user-friendly?
Well, we can start by making the interface simple and intuitive. I suggest a step-by-step process for booking and checking in.
That sounds good. What about the database? We need to ensure it can handle a large number of users.
Yes, we can use cloud storage to ensure scalability. It will also allow for backups and data recovery.
Great idea. How about integrating loyalty programs and promotional offers?
We can add personalized offers based on the user's booking and travel history. It can also boost customer loyalty.
Speaking of loyalty, let's make sure the app is accessible to all, including people with disabilities.
Agree. We can add voice and audio options for visually impaired users. We can also ensure compatibility with assistive technologies.
Excellent point. What about security? We must ensure that users' data is secure.
We can use encryption and multi-factor authentication to protect sensitive information. We can also have regular security audits.
Great. Lastly, we should keep the app updated with new features and technologies.
Absolutely. We can regularly gather feedback from users and implement changes accordingly.
I think we've got a solid plan here. Thanks, A. You've been an excellent partner for this project.
No problem, B. It's been a pleasure working with you. Let's make it happen. Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. Have you decided on what you'd like to order?
Daymate, I recommend trying our famous meat pie. It's a customer favorite.
That sounds delicious. Can you tell me more about it?
It's a savory pie filled with minced beef and vegetables and topped with a flaky crust. It's a classic Aussie comfort food.
Yum, I'll definitely get that. What sides would you recommend?
Our potato wedges are a great choice. They're crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. And for a healthier option, our roasted veggies are a hit.
I'll go for the potato wedges. And do you have any dessert recommendations?
Our pavlova is a must-try. It's a meringue dessert topped with whipped cream and fresh fruit.
I'll definitely try that too. Thank you for the suggestions.
No worries, mate. Our goal is to provide you with a true Aussie dining experience. Is there anything else you need from us?
Oh, I almost forgot to mention that I have a nut allergy. Is there any item on the menu that I should avoid?
I recommend avoiding our macadamia-crusted chicken. But don't worry, we take food allergies seriously and will make sure your meal is safe to consume.
Thank you for being so attentive. I really appreciate it.
That's our pleasure. Enjoy your meal and let us know if you need anything else.
Good morning, B. How are you today?
Good morning, A. I'm doing great, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well as well. I was wondering if you could help me out with something.
Of course, what do you need help with?
Can you help me gather the number of registered mails we received in the past week? I need this information for our weekly report.
Sure thing. Let me check our records. Sound of typing.
Thank you for helping me out, B.
According to our records, we received a total of 375 registered mails last week. Does that sound accurate to you?
That sounds about right. Thank you for checking our records.
No problem, A. Is there anything else that you need help with?
Yes, actually. Can you also check the number of outgoing registered mails for the same period?
Sure, let me check that for you as well. Sound of typing. It looks like we sent out a total of 285 registered mails last week.
Thank you again, B. You're really helpful.
It's my pleasure, A. Is there anything else that you need help with?
No, that's all for now. Thanks again.
You're welcome, A. Have a great day.
Hey B, have you heard about the travel company that's looking to develop a cross-platform app for better travel experiences?
Yeah, I heard about that. Seems like they're looking to hire a front-end engineer and a mobile app developer.
That's definitely a great opportunity for us. I'm a front-end engineer and you're a mobile app developer. Let's pitch in and offer our help.
That's awesome. The app could use some innovative features like custom trip planning, real-time updates, and personalized recommendations.
Absolutely. And we should consider including interactive maps, local weather forecasts, and even language translation features to make international travel easier.
And how about gamification elements like badges, challenges, and rewards to encourage users to explore more and travel often?
I like that idea. We should also ensure that the app is user-friendly, visually appealing, and works seamlessly on both iOS and Android platforms.
Right. And we must prioritize the privacy and security of users' information.
Absolutely. We could also collaborate with hotel and restaurant partners to offer exclusive discounts, deals, and promotions on the app.
That's a fantastic idea. I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's reach out to the travel company and start brainstorming our proposal.
Definitely. With our combined skills and creativity, we can design the ultimate travel app that will provide a seamless and enjoyable experience for everyone. Hi there. I'm looking for a new suitcase for my upcoming trip. Can you recommend anything?
Of course. What kind of suitcase are you looking for?
My current one is pretty bulky and heavy. I want something that's lighter and easier to handle.
Ah, I see. How about a hardshell suitcase? They're usually made of lightweight materials and offer great protection for your belongings.
That sounds like a good idea. Do they come in different colors and designs?
Definitely. You can find them in all sorts of colors and patterns. Some even come with fun designs, like cartoon characters or city skylines.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Do you have any particular brand in mind?
Well, Samsonite is always a popular choice. They have a wide selection of hardshell suitcases to choose from.
Samsonite, huh? I've heard good things about them. How about the size? I usually pack pretty heavy.
You should consider one that's at least 28 inches. That should provide enough space for your belongings.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. And don't forget to check out our travel accessories section, too. We have some great packing cubes and toiletry kits that can help you stay organized on your trip.
Hi B, how's it going? I was really excited to brainstorm some ideas with you today about how we can use data analysis to better understand consumer behavior.
Hi, doing pretty well. This is definitely an interesting topic. I'm curious, what kind of data sources are you thinking about using?
Well, I think first we should look at sales data and customer feedback, but we could also leverage social media and search engine data to get a better picture of customers' interests and preferences.
That sounds like a good approach. I think we could also consider using machine learning techniques to help us find patterns in the data that we might not see on our own.
Absolutely. And once we've identified those patterns, we can use them to develop targeted marketing campaigns to reach different groups of customers.
That's a great idea. And we should also keep in mind that the data will likely give us some surprises and outliers that we can't necessarily explain, but they may also present opportunities for us.
Yes, it's always important to keep an open mind and be willing to pivot our strategies based on the data. Hey, have you heard about that viral TikTok video that's been going around?
Yeah, I have. It's amazing how much of an impact social media can have on consumer behavior.
Definitely. It also goes to show how quickly trends can come and go, so we need to constantly be analyzing new data in order to stay ahead of the curve.
Agreed. It seems like there's always something new to learn and experiment with in this field.
Well, I think we've got some great ideas to start with here. Thanks for the fruitful conversation, B.
Anytime, looking forward to seeing where this research takes us.
Hey, B, what do you think of the venue so far?
I must say, the lighting here is fantastic. It really brings out the event's mood.
That's great to hear. What about the crowd? Do you think they're excited enough for the event?
Of course. It's not every day they get to witness such an incredible moment.
I agree. Speaking of incredible moments, have you tried the food yet?
Oh, you know me, I'm always down for some good food. How is it?
It's actually pretty good. You've got to try the sushi rolls. They're delicious.
Sounds tempting. But we can't forget why we're here. Let's get back to the event.
Right, of course. Hey, do you think you can get some shots of the speakers? It'll make for great visuals.
No problem, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, B. I'll start interviewing some of the guests. Can you set up the lighting for me, please?
Sure thing, Just give me a minute.
To guest, hi there, can you tell me how you're liking the event so far?
To journalist A, hey, we're ready for the lighting now.
To photographer B, awesome, let's get started. Hey, do you want some sushi rolls while we work?
Laughs, you know me too well, Let's eat.
Hi there, I'm looking for some advice on what to do in Sydney. Can you help me out?
Of course, I'd be happy to. First things first, have you climbed the harbor bridge yet?
No, I haven't. Is it worth doing?
Absolutely. The views of the city and the harbor are stunning. Plus, you get to wear a cool jumpsuit.
Sounds like fun. What else is there to do in the area?
Well, there's the Opera House, of course. It's a must-see. And then there's Bondi Beach for some sun and surf.
I've heard about Bondi Beach. Are the waves good there?
Oh yes, very. But if surfing's not your thing, there are plenty of great cafes and shops to explore.
That sounds right up my alley. What else do you recommend?
You could take a ferry to Manly Beach for some more beach time, or check out the Taronga Zoo for some cute and cuddly animals.
I love animals, so that's definitely on my list. What about food? Any good places to eat?
Sydney's food scene is fantastic. For a quintessential Australian meal, try some meat pies and sausage rolls. And if you're feeling fancy, Quay and Tetsuyas are two of the best fine dining restaurants in the city.
Wow, there's so much to do here. I really appreciate all your suggestions.
No problem at all. Sydney is a great city to explore. Enjoy your stay.
Hey, have you tried the tacos at the new Mexican restaurant down the street?
No, I haven't. Are they good?
I would say they're more than good, they're amazing. They have a secret sauce that just takes them to the next level.
That sounds interesting. What kind of tacos do you recommend?
My personal favorites are the chicken and steak tacos. But if you're feeling adventurous, they also have a taco with cactus in it.
Cactus? I never thought of using that in a taco before.
Yeah, it may sound weird, but it actually tastes really good. And it's also good for you, so it's a win-win.
All right, I'll have to try it next time I'm in the mood for Mexican food. How about the drinks? Anything special?
Oh, you have to try their margaritas. They make them fresh and they're so delicious.
I am sold. Let's go to that restaurant for lunch tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan to me. Just be prepared to be blown away by their tacos.
Speaking of tacos, have you ever tried to make them at home?
Actually, I have. It's not that hard if you have the right ingredients and recipe.
Really? Maybe you could teach me how to make them sometime.
Sure, I'd be happy to. But just remember, it's hard to beat the ones at that restaurant.
I hear you loud and clear, but it doesn't hurt to try and make them ourselves.
Very true. Who knows, maybe we'll discover a secret sauce of our own and open up our own taco stand.
Haha, that would be amazing. I can already imagine the long lines of customers waiting to try our tacos.
Dream big, my friend, dream big. Let's start with perfecting our recipe first. Hi, B. I'm glad to be working with you on this project. So, what do you think makes a website modern and attractive for a corporate website?
Nice to meet you too, A. I believe that using clean and minimalist designs, along with bold typography and proper use of color schemes, can make a website look modern.
That sounds great. What about the functionality of the website?
Yes, that's important too. The site must be responsive, load quickly, and have easy-to-use navigation for better user experience.
Absolutely. Accessibility is key. How about incorporating animation and interactive elements?
Sure, that could add a unique touch to the design. But we need to make sure it doesn't distract from the core message of the website.
Agreed. Also, we should ensure that the design aligns with the company's branding and values.
Right, we could use the company's colors and logos to create a consistent brand identity across all marketing channels.
And what about the content? Should we focus more on visual or written content?
It should be a mix of both. Visuals can grab the user's attention, while the written content should be informative and engaging to keep them interested.
Well said, B. I'm excited about this project. Let's get started and create something amazing.
Sounds like a plan. Let's make sure it's a website that the company and users will love.
Hey there, how's it going with the project progress planning for the upcoming weeks?
It's going well, just figuring out the timeline and resources needed for each task.
That sounds good. I'm curious, how do you prioritize which tasks to work on first?
We prioritize based on the level of importance to the overall project goal and the dependencies of each task.
Makes sense. Do you think we're on track to meet the deadline?
Yes, I believe so. As long as everyone stays on task and communicates any issues or delays, we should be able to deliver on time.
Great to hear. Have you encountered any challenges so far in the development process?
Well, we had some unexpected bugs pop up, but we were able to resolve them pretty quickly with some team collaboration.
That's what teamwork is all about. By the way, lunch is on me today. Any recommendations around here?
How about the new burger joint that just opened down the street? I heard they have some unique flavors.
Sounds perfect. Let's go grab some burgers and recharge before continuing with the project.
Agreed. Let's do it.
Hey B, what's your favorite type of soup?
Oh, I absolutely love tomato soup. What about you, A?
I'm more of a chicken noodle kind of person. But have you ever tried lobster bisque?
Oh yeah, that sounds fancy. Is it any good?
It's amazing. It's like drinking liquid gold, but with chunks of delicious lobster meat in it.
Wow, you're making my mouth water already. What's your favorite soup recipe?
I'd have to say my mom's homemade vegetable soup. She puts every kind of vegetable imaginable in it and it's always so flavorful and comforting.
Sounds like the perfect soup for a cozy night in. Do you like to pair your soups with anything?
Oh, definitely some warm crusty bread to dip into the broth. And a nice glass of red wine to top it off.
That sounds like a perfect meal. Do you have any funny soup-related stories?
Actually, one time I tried to make my own soup from scratch and it ended up way too salty. I added more water to dilute it but ended up with a giant pot of tasteless soup.
Oh no. I guess that's why we leave it to the professionals. But hey, at least you gave it a try.
Exactly. Trying new things is always a fun adventure, even if it doesn't always turn out as planned.
I couldn't agree more. Thanks for the fun soup chat, hey.
Hi there. Can you help me plan my itinerary for Osaka?
Of course, I'd be happy to. What type of activities are you interested in?
I love trying new foods, exploring historical sites, and hitting up popular shopping districts.
You're in luck. Osaka is known for its delicious street food, such as takoyaki and okonomiyaki. For historical attractions, you can visit Osaka Castle or Shidonoji Temple. And for shopping, I recommend checking out the Shinsaibashi area.
That sounds great. I've also heard about the Tsutenkaku Tower. Is it worth visiting?
Absolutely. The tower provides an incredible view of the city and has a unique history that's worth learning about.
Wow, it seems like there's so much to see. How long do you think I should stay in Osaka?
I would recommend at least 3 days to see everything. But if you have more time, I suggest taking a day trip to nearby Nara to see the famous deer park.
Excellent advice. Thank you so much for your help. I can't wait to explore Osaka.
You're welcome. Have a great trip and let me know if you need any more recommendations.
Good morning, B. How are you doing today?
Good morning, A. I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. I've been working on the manuscript for the new book we're writing, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it so far.
Of course. I've had a chance to read through some of it already, and I think it's great. The characters are really engaging and the plot is interesting.
That's great to hear. I was a bit worried that it might be too similar to some other books on the market.
I don't think so at all. Plus, your writing style is really unique, so it definitely sets it apart.
That's a relief. I don't know what I would do without your guidance and expertise.
Well, I do what I can. Speaking of which, I did have a few suggestions for some areas that could use a bit more development.
Okay, great. What did you have in mind?
Well, there's a particular scene where the main character is supposed to be really sad, but it doesn't quite come across that way. I think some more descriptive language could really help to emphasize the emotion.
I see. That's a really good point. I'll definitely work on revising that part.
Sounds good. And hey, don't forget to take a break once in a while. You don't want to burn out before the book is even finished.
Don't worry about that. I've been hitting the gym a lot lately, so I'm feeling pretty energized.
Nice. Maybe you'll have to include a scene in the book where the characters go to the gym.
That could be interesting. We'll see how it fits into the overall plot.
For sure. Well, I'm excited to see where this book goes. Keep up the good work, A.
Thanks, B. I really appreciate your support. Let's touch base again later this week to discuss any further revisions. Hey there, have you tried the chicken salad on the menu? I'm dying to know if it's any good.
Yes, I did. It was surprisingly tasty. I usually gravitate towards the heavier meals, but this salad was a refreshing change.
Really? You're making me crave it now. What was your favorite part?
The combination of flavors was on point. The chicken was cooked to perfection and the dressing was light and tangy.
I love a good tangy dressing. Did you notice any interesting ingredients?
Yes, there were some crunchy nuts and juicy grapes in it. They added a nice texture and sweetness to the salad.
Yum. That sounds like a wonderful mix. I'm definitely ordering it now.
You won't regret it. It's definitely one of the best salads I've ever had.
Thanks for the recommendation. I'm always hesitant to try new things, but you've convinced me.
No problem. Sometimes the unexpected choices can be the most delicious ones.
You're right. I'm excited to surprise my taste buds today. Hi there, it's great to meet you. So you're an editor, huh? I'm excited to hear your thoughts on my latest work.
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to reading it. What genre do you mainly write in?
I mostly write in the romance genre, but with a twist of mystery, suspense, and intrigue.
That sounds interesting. So, what's the main plot of your latest work?
It's about a young woman who gets caught up in a whirlwind romance with a mysterious man who may have ulterior motives.
Ooh, I love a good mystery. Can't wait to see how that unfolds. How long have you been writing?
I've been writing for as long as I can remember, but only started taking it seriously a few years ago.
That's great to hear. Do you have any tips for writers who are just starting out?
Sure. I would say, don't be afraid to take risks and experiment with different styles and genres. And, most importantly, persevere through the rejections and keep honing your craft.
That's excellent advice. Have you ever had any interesting encounters with fans of your work?
Actually, I once had a fan ask me to sign her Kindle, which was definitely a first for me.
Wow, that's quite a unique request. So, back to your work, what's the most challenging part of the writing process for you?
Definitely the editing process. It can be tough to let go of certain parts of the story, but it's all about making it the best it can be.
I completely understand. Well, it was great chatting with you, and I look forward to reading your work.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you too. Good morning, I'm a farmer in this village.
Hi there. My name is Brian, and I'm an architect. I'm here to help you plan and build a new farm. Where would you like to get started?
Well, I have this land that I want to transform into a productive farm. I need your help to make that happen.
Sure thing. Have you already thought about what kind of crops you want to grow?
Yes, I've been thinking about growing vegetables, fruits, and maybe even some livestock.
That sounds great. Let's take a look at the land and see what we can do.
Sounds good. The land is pretty uneven and needs a lot of work.
No problem. We can level the land, create irrigation channels, and build structures for the crops and animals.
That sounds expensive. Is there a budget we need to stick to?
Of course. I'll make a list of everything we need, and we can work within your budget.
Great, thank you. How long do you think it will take to finish?
It depends on the size and complexity of the farm, but I estimate it will take a few months.
All right, that's fair. Can you also show me how to maintain the farm once it's finished?
Absolutely. I'll provide you with all the necessary tools and teach you everything you need to know.
You're a lifesaver. I can already see how beautiful and productive the farm will be.
That's what I'm here for. Together, we can create something amazing.
Hey B, have you ever heard of ISO 27001 service level agreements?
Yeah, I have. It's basically a set of rules regarding information security, isn't it?
That's right. It's an internationally recognized standard that outlines best practices for information security management.
Awesome. I'm actually working on implementing it at my company right now.
No way. How's it going?
It's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it for the added security.
Definitely. So, do you have any tips for writing a good SLA?
Sure do. First, make sure it's clear and easy to understand for all parties involved.
Good point. What else?
Have specific, measurable goals outlined in the agreement so there's no confusion about expectations.
I like it. Anything else to add?
Yeah, be sure to regularly review and update the SLA as needed to ensure it's staying effective and relevant.
Definitely something to keep in mind. Hey, speaking of security, have you seen that new spy movie yet?
Haha, no I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, I saw it last weekend. It was pretty entertaining, but not exactly realistic.
Ah, gotcha. I'll have to check it out sometime. Hey, back to SLAs for a sec. Have you ever had to deal with a breach in security?
Unfortunately, I have. It's definitely not a fun experience.
I can imagine. Did you handle it all right?
Yeah, luckily we had a good response plan in place, so we were able to minimize the damage.
Phew, that's good to hear. It just goes to show how important it is to have a solid SLA and security measures in place.
What a beautiful day to take a stroll in the park, isn't it?
Yes. I love coming here with you.
Remember the last time we were here and you played with the frisbee?
Of course. I was awesome, wasn't I?
Laughs, yes, you were. How about we play a game of catch this time?
Sure, but you better watch out. I've been practicing my throw.
Oh, really? We'll see about that. Throws the ball to B.
Catches it with ease, ha. Told you I've been practicing.
Impressed, wow, you're a natural athlete.
Thanks, Dad. I get it from you. Winks.
Blushes, stop it, you. Let's sit down for a bit, I brought some snacks.
Excited, yay, what did you bring?
Some sandwiches, chips, and fruit. And of course, some cold drinks.
Look satisfied, this is the perfect picnic.
It sure is. Notices a squirrel nearby. Look, there's a squirrel over there.
Giggles, oh, he's so cute, can we feed him?
Reaches for some breadcrumbs, let's see if he wants some of this.
Pulls out his phone, wait, let me take a picture first.
Smiling, of course, don't want to miss a moment.
Snaps a photo, perfect. This is definitely going up on my Instagram.
Chuckles, well, I'm glad we could make this a memorable afternoon.
Me too, Dad. I love spending time with you.
Hugs his son, I love you too, buddy. Let's finish our snacks and head on home. Hey, how did your exam go?
It was all right, could have been better though. And you?
Same, I don't think I aced it, but it wasn't a total disaster either.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Did you struggle with any particular section?
Definitely the listening part. I had trouble hearing some of the audio clips.
Oh no, that's not good. I found the reading comprehension to be pretty challenging myself.
Yeah, I agree. There were a few passages where I just couldn't grasp the main idea.
I think that's where our vocabularies were put to the test too.
Ha! Speak for yourself. I'm pretty sure I didn't know half the words in that exam.
Haha, it's okay. At least you gave it your best shot.
Definitely, and at least we'll get our scores soon enough. I'm excited to see how we did.
Same here. I'm actually quite curious to find out if the few weeks of studying made any difference for me.
Oh, those few weeks of studying definitely helped. I'm sure you did great.
Well, let's hope so. Anyway, we should go grab some food now to celebrate, or maybe commiserate.
I'm totally in. Food always makes everything better.
Hey, have you ever played hockey before?
No, I haven't. But I've always been interested in trying it out. Have you?
Yeah, I played when I was younger. It's a lot of fun, but it can also be pretty intense.
That's what I've heard. Do you have any tips for a beginner like me?
Just remember to keep your knees bent, and keep the stick on the ice. And whatever you do, don't let anyone catch you flat-footed.
Haha, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Do you have any favorite teams or players?
I'm a big fan of the New York Rangers. And I really like Henrik Lundqvist. He's one of the best goalies in the league.
Oh wow, that's cool. I don't really have a favorite team yet, but I think it would be fun to watch a game live sometime.
Definitely. It's always exciting to see a game in person. Plus, the arena atmosphere is always electric.
That sounds amazing. Maybe we should plan a trip to see a game together sometime.
That's a great idea. We'll have to make sure we bring warm clothes though, those arenas can get pretty chilly.
Absolutely. And maybe we can even grab some hot cocoa at the concession stands during intermission.
Sounds perfect. I'm getting excited already.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to hit the ice.
Hi there. Nice day for a fishing trip, isn't it?
Absolutely. Hey, are you a fisherman?
Yes, I am. I caught some amazing fish earlier, and I'm planning to sell them to some restaurants.
Oh, interesting. I'm a restaurant owner. What kind of fish did you catch?
I've got some delicious snapper, grouper, and tuna.
Sounds good. Is it fresh?
Yes, I caught them this morning. You won't find fresher seafood than this.
Perfect. I'll buy all the snapper and grouper you've got. What about the tuna?
Oh, the tuna is a bit pricey, but it's worth it. It's so flavorful.
I see. Well, I'm willing to pay for it if it's that good.
Great. Just give me a few minutes to unload the fish and we'll talk business.
All right, sounds good. Say, while you're here, why don't you try some of my restaurant's famous seafood chowder?
Oh, I'd love to. That sounds amazing.
It's made with only the freshest ingredients, just like your fish.
Fantastic. I'll definitely try it.
Great. I hope you like it. And I'm looking forward to doing business with you.
Same here. Let me go get the fish, and we'll talk more soon.
Sounds good. Enjoy your chowder.
Hi there, B. How can I assist you with learning database management?
Hi A. I've been struggling to understand the basics of DBMS. Do you have any tips for me to improve my understanding?
Sure thing. Firstly, you should start by creating a small database of your own, maybe for a simple inventory system. That will help you visualize the concept easily.
That sounds like a great idea. What programming language should I use for that?
That depends on what software you'll use for managing the database. Most systems use SQL though. So it's a good place to start.
Got it. Thanks a lot. Can you recommend me some tools to practice creating and managing databases?
Absolutely. You can try out MySQL Workbench or PHP Both tools are user-friendly and have a lot of resources online to help you get started.
That's really helpful. Do you have any good resources for me to read up on?
Yes, I recommend checking out the Database Management course by Khan Academy. It's a free course and it's perfect for beginners.
Thanks, I'll definitely check that out. Is there anything else I should keep in mind?
Yes, always remember to design the database schema carefully. It's crucial for the database management system to function correctly.
I see. Thanks again for your help, A. You've been really helpful.
Not a problem, B. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any other questions in the future. Hey there. As a fellow database manager, I was wondering how you optimize database performance in the cloud?
It's all about resource allocation. Ensuring that your database has enough CPU, memory, and storage can really make a difference. Do you follow any particular rule for resource allocation?
To be honest, it's usually more of a trial and error approach for me. But I want to improve my methodology. Any ideas?
I always recommend starting with a baseline configuration, then monitoring your resource usage and making adjustments based on that data. It's a great way to fine-tune your allocation and avoid over-provisioning.
That sounds more scientific than just guessing. Do you use any specific cloud provider or tool for database management?
Yes, I really enjoy using AWS RDS. It's a fully managed database service that helps optimize my database performance and automate routine tasks.
That sounds impressive. I'll have to look into that.
Definitely. Another tip is to regularly update your database software and optimize queries. It can really help prevent slowdowns and latency issues.
Good point. I know I'm guilty of procrastinating on updates sometimes.
It's easy to do, especially when things are running smoothly. But it's always best to stay proactive and keep your database well maintained.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else you want to share about database management in the cloud?
Don't forget about security. Always encrypt sensitive data and utilize good access controls. And make sure to back up your data frequently as well.
Solid points. It's been great chatting with you about optimizing database performance in the cloud. Hey, B. Have you heard about the new project we are working on?
No, what is it?
It's the development of a new internal website system using Vue.js and ASP.NET MVC5.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Are you familiar with Vue.js?
Yeah, I have worked with it before. It's a great framework for building user interfaces.
That's good to hear. I've mainly worked with ASP.NET MVC, so I might need some help in understanding Vue.js.
Sure, I would love to help. It's always good to learn something new.
So, what do you think about the combination of Vue.js and ASP.NET MVC5?
I think it's a great combination. Vue.js handles the front end, while ASP.NET MVC5 takes care of the server-side work.
That makes sense. Plus, using both technologies allows us to create a seamless and efficient user experience.
Absolutely, and it also makes it easier for us to manage and update the website when necessary.
That's right. I'm looking forward to working on this project together.
Me too, B. This is going to be a great learning opportunity for us both.
Definitely. Let's get started and bring our skills to the table.
Let's do it, B. I can't wait to see what we can create. Hi B, what do you think about the possibility of developing ocean energy here in our platform at sea?
That's an interesting proposition, eh? What kind of ocean energy do you think we could harness here?
I was thinking of wave energy or tidal energy. We are positioned in a place where there are constant waves and tides that could generate electricity.
That sounds feasible. We just need to find the right technology to capture and convert that energy into electricity.
Yes, we could collaborate with other engineers and oceanographers to come up with a plan. It's an exciting field to explore.
I agree. And aside from the potential energy source, developing ocean energy could also help mitigate the effects of climate change.
Definitely. Plus, it could also provide energy access to remote coastal communities.
You have a good point there. We should definitely consider all the possible benefits it could bring.
Exactly. And who knows, our platform could be the start of a more sustainable future for energy.
It's always exciting to be part of innovation and progress. Let's start exploring this idea further and see where it takes us.
I'm on board with that. Let's make a positive impact and create change. Good morning, B. It's nice to see you again. How's your day going so far?
Good morning, A. It's been busy as usual, but I can't complain. How about you?
Same here. I'm glad we have this opportunity to discuss the important topic of data privacy and security in finance.
Absolutely. As a database administrator, I always want to ensure the confidentiality and integrity of our clients' personal information and financial transactions.
As a security engineer, I couldn't agree more. We should always be vigilant and proactive in safeguarding sensitive data from cyber attacks and other threats.
I heard that some financial institutions are using biometric authentication such as fingerprints and facial recognition to enhance security. What do you think about that?
That's a great approach. Biometrics provide a more secure and convenient way for clients to authenticate their identities instead of relying on traditional passwords.
Speaking of passwords, I always remind our staff to use complex passwords and change them regularly. What security measures do you recommend to prevent unauthorized access?
Implementing multi-factor authentication, network segmentation, and encryption are some best practices in enhancing data security.
That's good advice. I also believe in regular software updates and patches to prevent vulnerabilities.
Absolutely. Cybercriminals are constantly evolving their tactics, so we must also stay up to date with the latest security technologies and techniques.
It's been great discussing with you, A. It's reassuring to know that we both share a commitment to protecting our clients' data and financial transactions.
Likewise, B. Let's continue to work together to maintain a secure and trustworthy financial institution. Hi there, I'm planning to visit Beijing for a few days. Can you help me come up with an itinerary?
Absolutely. What kind of sites are you interested in seeing?
I definitely want to visit the Great Wall and the Forbidden City. But I'm also interested in trying some local street food.
Perfect. For the Great Wall, there are a few different sections you can visit. How much time do you want to spend there?
I think a half day should be enough. I don't want to tire myself out too much.
That's a smart idea. Now, for the Forbidden City, it's a massive complex. If you want to see everything, you'll need about a full day.
I don't think I have the energy for that. Is there a shorter version of the tour?
Yes, of course. We can plan a condensed tour that still hits all the highlights. And for street food, I have the perfect night market in mind. You'll get to try all sorts of delicious snacks.
Sounds great. Can we fit in any cultural performances or museums?
Definitely. I recommend trying to see a traditional Beijing opera show. And the National Museum of China is a must-visit.
Wow, it sounds like there's so much to see and do. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem at all. I'm glad I could assist you in planning your Beijing adventure.
Hello there, nice to meet you. I'm an information security engineer, and I understand you're a network security expert.
Yes, that's correct. It's great to meet another person concerned with national security. So, what's your take on the security issue?
I think it's essential to create different layers of security measures for government agencies to keep classified information protected. Let's not forget the human factor, though. We need to ensure that government employees are well-trained and educated on cybersecurity measures.
Absolutely, and the use of encryption and firewalls is vital in keeping unauthorized access to information at bay. It's also a matter of limiting who has access to sensitive materials.
Good point. A layered approach to cybersecurity is always the best. Limiting access only to those who need to know is one of the most effective methods.
It's also necessary to conduct regular audits and assessments of information systems to identify and address potential vulnerabilities.
Yes, and what about physical security? We should also consider securing government buildings, especially in areas where sensitive information is stored.
Definitely. We should make sure there are controlled entry points, surveillance cameras, and even biometric security measures in place.
All in all, we need to be proactive about security and not wait until a cyber attack happens before taking action. We need to be vigilant in keeping our nation's confidential information safe from inside and outside threats.
Well said. It's been great discussing this with you. We can both do our part in ensuring national security is at its highest level.
Hi, I'm A food blogger. Nice to meet you, B.
Hello, A. I'm a travel industry professional. I heard you're interested in exploring the local cuisine of Chaozhou in Guangdong.
Yes, I'm thrilled to try some authentic dishes. Can you recommend some must-try delicacies?
Sure. You should definitely try the Chaozhou-style fish ball soup and marinated goose. And for dessert, the gailingyo, turtle jelly, is very unique.
Sounds delicious. I'll make sure to add those to my list. Do you have any tips for finding the best spots for food?
My tip is to go where the locals go. If you see a long line of people waiting for a particular restaurant or street vendor, it's a good sign.
That's great advice, thank you. Have you tried any memorable dishes in Chaozhou?
Yes, I had this amazing stir-fried Chaozhou-style beef noodles. The beef was so tender and the soup was flavorful.
That sounds amazing. Can you take me to try that dish?
Of course, I know a spot nearby that serves it. Let's go after we finish exploring the temple here.
Great, I can't wait.
By the way, have you tried Chaozhou-style oyster omelet? It's another classic dish here.
No, I haven't tried that one yet. Is it good?
It's a bit slimy and chewy, but it's definitely worth trying. It's a local favorite.
Okay, I'll add that to my list too. Thank you for all the tips, B.
No problem, A. I'm happy to share my love for Chaozhou cuisine with you.
Hey, look at these beautiful brooches. It would be perfect for her birthday gift.
Yes, indeed. But don't you think the bracelet will be a better choice?
Oh, I see what you mean. She loves to wear bracelets. But this brooch has a unique design.
Agreed, but it might not match with her outfits. You know how she is about coordinating her accessories.
True, but who says we can't get both? I mean, we can surprise her with 2 gifts.
Good idea. But we might have to increase our budget.
Let's not worry about it. I'm sure we can find a great deal here.
You're right. Let's ask the sales associate for some recommendations.
Yes, we're looking for a brooch and a bracelet for our friend's birthday gift.
Could you show us some options that would match well?
That's perfect. We'll take them both.
Thank you for your help.
Hi there. How's everything going on your end, B?
Hello. I'm good, thanks for asking. What about you, A?
I'm doing well. Just working on the latest project progress report. How's our project coming along from your perspective?
Honestly, it's been quite the adventure so far. We've had our fair share of challenges, but things are starting to look up.
That's great to hear. What's been the most interesting part for you?
Definitely the problem-solving process. It's always satisfying when we come up with a solution that benefits both parties.
I agree. And the most challenging part?
Probably the unexpected roadblocks we encountered. But we're a resilient team, and we've been able to adapt.
Yes, I'm proud of our teamwork. By the way, did you hear that we're having a team-building event next week?
No way. What are we doing?
We're going rock climbing at the local indoor climbing gym.
Laughs, sounds like fun. I hope I'm not too scared to reach the top.
Laughs, I'll be your cheerleader. But speaking of reaching the top, do you think we'll be able to meet our project deadline?
It's looking promising, but we still have some kinks to iron out. I'm confident we can make it happen, though.
I share your optimism. By the way, have you tried the new coffee shop that just opened down the street? I heard they have amazing lattes.
Not yet, but I'm a sucker for good coffee. Thanks for the recommendation.
Hi there, I'm A food critic. Nice to meet you, B.
Hey A, I'm B, a photographer. It looks like we'll be spending some time together at this restaurant.
Yes, let's dig in. What looks good on the menu?
How about we start with some seafood? The calamari looks delicious.
Excellent choice. And while we wait, I'm curious, how do you make your food photos so appetizing?
Lighting is key. The brighter the better. And I always make sure to capture the colors and textures of the dish.
That makes sense. You know, it's interesting how the presentation of food can affect our perception of taste.
Definitely. And speaking of presentation, here comes our calamari.
Wow, this is amazing. The batter is light and crispy, and the dip is packed with flavor.
I couldn't agree more. And the bright yellow garnish really brings out the colors in the dish. Let's snap a few photos.
Great idea. And while we're at it, what's your favorite type of food to photograph?
I love shooting sushi. It's so artistic and every roll is like a work of art.
I can see why. It's all in the details. You know, I think the key to being a great food critic is having a discerning palate.
Absolutely. You have to know what you like and what you don't, and be able to express it in a way that's helpful to others.
Exactly. And I think we're off to a great start with this meal. What's next on the menu?
How about some steak and red wine? It's a classic combo.
My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Let's do it. Hi there. I'm looking for some recommendations on what to do in Taichung. Do you have any suggestions?
Absolutely. Taichung is a beautiful city with a lot to offer. Have you ever been before?
No, this is my first time. I'm really excited to explore.
Well, have you heard of Rainbow Village? It's a really unique and colorful village that's a must-see.
I haven't heard of it, but it sounds interesting. What else do you recommend?
Another popular spot is the National Taiwan Museum of Fine Arts. There's always something new and exciting being showcased there.
That sounds like a great idea. Do you have any restaurant recommendations as well?
Yes, definitely try out the classics like stinky tofu and black tea noodles, or even head to Miyahara Ice Cream for some delicious ice cream.
Yum. Thank you for all of your suggestions. I'm looking forward to exploring all that Taichung has to offer.
No problem. Have a great time and enjoy your stay in Taichung. Don't forget to take lots of pictures.
Hi there, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling a bit under the weather, actually.
Oh no. Any symptoms that you're experiencing?
Well, I have a headache, cough, and my throat hurts.
That doesn't sound too good. Have you been taking any medication?
Yes, I've been taking some over-the-counter cough medicine.
All right, let's take a look. Would you open your mouth, please?
Opens mouth.
Well, your throat does look a bit red and inflamed. I think you may have strep throat.
Oh no.
Don't worry, we'll give you antibiotics, and you should be feeling better in no time. Any questions?
No, that sounds good.
All right, take care and get plenty of rest. Hey there, B. How's it going?
Good to see you, A. Just reviewing your manuscript here. It's really coming together nicely.
Thanks, I've been working on it for months. You know, I felt like I was going to turn into a hermit.
Haha, I know the feeling. But your hard work is paying off. The characters are well developed, the plot is gripping, and the dialogue is fantastic.
That's great to hear. I'll admit, I was a little nervous about sending it in. But I'm glad it's in good hands.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, right?
Definitely. So, any big changes that need to be made?
Just a few minor tweaks, really. Maybe some spelling and grammar issues. And maybe we can make a few scenes a bit more engaging.
Sounds good, I trust your judgment. Oh, by the way, have you ever heard of this program that generates titles for books?
Really? That sounds strange. What's it called?
It's called the Amazing Book Title Generator. It's hilarious, you should check it out.
I'll definitely have to take a look. Who knows, maybe we'll find some inspiration for future projects.
That's the spirit. All right, I'll let you get back to editing. Thanks, B.
No problem, A. Looking forward to the final product.
Hey there. It's a beautiful day at the beach, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. So, tell me about your novel. I heard it's quite interesting.
Well, it's a story about a young woman who travels back in time to meet her grandmother.
That sounds fascinating. Have you thought about publishing it?
Yes, I have. I'm actually considering self-publishing it. What do you think?
Self-publishing can be tricky. Have you thought about traditional publishing houses?
Yes, but I'm not sure if they'll be interested in my work.
You never know until you try. Plus, it might make it easier to promote and get it in front of readers.
That's true. Do you have any advice on how to approach a publishing house?
Well, research a few and see which ones publish books in your genre. Then, find out who the editor is and follow submission guidelines.
Great advice. Thank you. What about marketing?
That's an important factor. You'll need to create a social media presence, attend book signings, and reach out to book bloggers for reviews.
That sounds like a lot of work, but I'm up for it. Thanks for all the tips.
You're welcome. I can't wait to read your book once it's published.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Let's go grab some ice cream to celebrate this conversation. Hey there, B. How's the testing going?
Oh, pretty good so far. Just finished testing the homepage.
Nice. Any issues found?
Yeah, there were a few load time issues. I think we should optimize the images on the page.
That's a great idea. Have you tried compressing them?
Yeah, I already compressed them to the smallest size possible.
Have you tried using a content delivery network?
No, not yet. How does that help?
Well, it speeds up the delivery of content to users by using servers closer to their location.
That makes sense. I'll give it a try. By the way, have you checked the website on different browsers?
Yep, I tested on Chrome, Firefox, and Edge. Did you experience any issues with other browsers?
Yeah, actually, I did. The website looks distorted on Safari.
Good catch. That might be because of the CSS. We should adjust the code to fit all browsers.
Sounds good. I'll add that to my to-do list.
Hey, have you tried testing the website on different devices too?
Not yet, but I will make sure to add that to my tasks as well.
Great. It's important to make sure that the website is responsive and user-friendly on any device.
Yes, I completely agree. Thanks for the suggestion.
No problem. Let me know if you need any help with anything else.
Will do. Thanks, A.
Anytime, B. Happy testing. Hey, B. How's the exploration and research going?
It's been incredible, A. The Tolero cave system is just so fascinating.
I bet. Is it everything you were hoping for?
Absolutely. The unique environment here has allowed me to make some exciting discoveries.
That's awesome to hear. And how about the photography side of things?
Well, it's been challenging to get the lighting and angles just right, but I'm really enjoying it.
I can imagine. You know, I never realized how difficult it was to photograph underground.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different world down here. But the formations and colors are absolutely stunning.
I bet. I have to ask, have you seen any bats yet?
Funny you should ask, I actually just saw a group of them a little while ago. They're amazing creatures.
They certainly are. Hey, do you need any help carrying equipment or anything?
Actually, that would be great. I've got a few extra cameras and lenses that we could use.
Fantastic. Let's pack up and get some more shots while the light is still good.
Sounds like a plan, hey. This is really a dream come true for both of us, isn't it?
It sure is, B. I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else but you. Hi, officer, what seems to be the problem?
Good afternoon, sir. I noticed that you missed a yield sign a few meters back. Do you know what that means?
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, I believe it means that I should slow down and give way to any oncoming traffic, right?
Correct. Yield signs indicate that you should be prepared to stop if necessary and let other road users go first. It's for safety purposes.
I see. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll be more careful next time.
No problem, sir. Do you know how to identify a yield sign?
Yes, I believe it's a red and white triangle, right?
That's correct. You should also find the word yield written on it. It's important to always look out for road signs and follow them accordingly.
I understand. So, how do I know when I should yield?
You should yield when you're approaching an intersection or when merging into traffic from a side road or highway ramp.
That's really helpful. Thank you so much for explaining everything to me, officer.
No problem. Stay safe on the road and don't forget to follow all the road signs, especially the yield sign.
I will surely do that. Thank you again.
You're welcome, sir. Have a nice day and drive safely.
Hey B, what are you working on today?
Hey, I'm actually brainstorming ideas for a new game.
That sounds awesome. What kind of game are you thinking of?
I want to create something that offers a rich gameplay experience. Something that's fun, challenging, and immersive.
Sounds like a challenge. How do you plan to achieve that?
Well, I want to integrate some unique game mechanics that will engage the players and keep them coming back for more.
I see. What kind of mechanics do you have in mind?
I haven't decided yet. Right now, I'm trying to think of some creative ideas that haven't been done before.
Have you considered incorporating augmented reality?
That's actually a great suggestion. We could experiment with AR and see how it can enhance the gaming experience. But we'll need to make sure that it's not too complex or it might turn off some players.
That's a good point. Maybe we can start off with some simple AR elements and then gradually build up to more complex ones.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should also ensure that the game mechanics are intuitive and easy to learn for novice players.
Definitely. We want to make sure that the game appeals to both casual gamers and serious gamers.
Agreed. We'll also need to come up with a compelling story and characters that players can relate to.
That's very important. The story and characters can make or break a game.
I'm thinking of a fantasy world with mythical creatures and magical powers. Something that offers a lot of potential for world building and character development.
Nice. That sounds like something that's never been seen before.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for us to create something truly unique and amazing.
I agree. Let's collaborate and make this game a masterpiece that will be enjoyed by millions of people worldwide.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get started and see what we can come up with.
Hey B, I heard you're quite the front-end wizard. Do you have any ideas for designing a captivating game website?
Well, I was thinking about incorporating some interactive elements like mini-games or quizzes to keep the users engaged.
That's a brilliant idea. What kind of games do you think we should incorporate?
Maybe we could have a puzzle game that relates to the theme of the website, or a game that requires players to work together to achieve a common goal.
Sounds like a lot of fun. How about the design of the website itself? Any ideas?
We could use vibrant colors and appealing graphics to create a visually striking homepage.
Great idea. And what kind of sound effects do you think we should include to enhance the overall experience?
I'm thinking of using different sound effects for different actions, like a cheerful chime for completing a puzzle or an upbeat tune for leveling up.
Love it. We should also make sure the website is compatible with different browsers and devices, right?
Absolutely. We want to ensure that all users can access and enjoy our game website, no matter what kind of device they're using.
Exactly. And finally, how can we make sure that the website is accessible to all users, including those with disabilities?
We should aim to make the website as user-friendly as possible, with clear navigation and descriptive text for people who use screen readers or have other visual impairments.
You've thought of everything, B. I can't wait to get started on this project together. Hey B, have you considered moving our app to the cloud platform?
Sure, I think it's a great idea. What benefits do you think we can get from it?
First of all, it would allow us to scale up our resources quickly and easily when there's a surge in traffic.
Yes, that's definitely a plus. What about security concerns?
We can use cloud providers that offer top-notch security features and comply with regulations.
Okay, that makes sense. How about the cost? Is it expensive?
It can be pricey, but it ultimately depends on the provider and the services we need. We should do some research and calculate the costs.
Good point. What about the migration process? Will it be time-consuming?
It could be, but there are tools and techniques available to make the process smoother and quicker.
Got it. Can you recommend some cloud platforms that you think are ideal for our app?
I think AWS and GCP are good choices, but we should also consider the specific features and benefits they offer.
Okay, I'll do some research and we can compare notes later. What other advantages can we get from moving to the cloud?
We can take advantage of more advanced features for managing and monitoring our app's performance and resources.
That sounds great. Do you have any experience using cloud platforms before?
Yes, I've migrated a few apps to AWS before, but I'm still learning and exploring new features and tools.
Cool. I haven't had any experience yet, but I'm up for the challenge.
Great. I'm looking forward to working on this project with you. Hey, have you heard about the ISO 27001 security risk assessment?
Yeah, I have. It's all about evaluating and managing security risks in an organization, right?
That's right. And did you know that getting certified in this can increase a company's reputation for security?
Really? I need to let my boss know about this. So, how does it work?
Well, it follows a structured approach for identifying and assessing risk, and then implementing controls to manage them.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, who doesn't want stronger security measures for their business?
True, especially with all the cyber attacks happening. Do you know what kind of risks they assess?
They look at things like unauthorized access, hardware and software failures, and natural disasters, just to name a few.
Yikes, it's scary to think about all the ways our data could be compromised.
It is. But with the ISO 27001, companies can be confident in their risk management practices and protect themselves from threats.
Do you know if there are any specific requirements for getting certified?
Yes, there are certain policies and procedures that need to be in place, as well as regular audits to ensure everything is up to date.
Got it. Well, I'm definitely going to bring this up to my team. Thanks for the info.
No problem. Always happy to talk about security. Hey there. I'm planning on visiting Guangzhou next month, and I'm wondering what kind of sightseeing spots you'd recommend.
Hi. Sure thing. May I know what your interests are so I can customize a trip itinerary for you?
Well, I'm quite into cultural experiences like visiting historic temples and museums, but I also wouldn't mind trying out some local cuisine.
Great. Guangzhou has no shortage of cultural and foodie hotspots. I highly recommend the Chen Clan Ancestral Hall Museum and the Guangzhou Museum for a taste of the city's rich history.
Those sound pretty interesting. How about food? What should I try out?
You definitely can't leave Guangzhou without trying our famous dim sum. I'd suggest making a stop at the Panchi restaurant for some authentic Cantonese cuisine.
I've heard of dim sum before, but I've never tried it. What are some must-try dishes?
You should definitely try the shrimp dumplings, barbecue pork buns, and egg tarts. Those are fan favorites.
Sounds delicious. I can't wait to try them out. Besides sightseeing and eating, are there any other activities you'd recommend?
You can check out the Canton Tower for panoramic views of the city, or take a stroll at the U.S. Show Park to escape the hustle and bustle.
That's great. I'll make sure to add those to my list. Thanks so much for your help.
No problem at all. Let me know if you have any more questions or if you'd like to book any tours. Have a great trip.
Good evening. How can I help you tonight?
Hello, Chef. We have some special guests coming tonight and they requested your signature dish.
Oh, that's great to hear. Which dish did they have in mind?
They said they heard amazing things about your grilled octopus dish.
Ah, yes. That's one of my personal favorites too. I'll make sure to prepare it with extra care tonight.
Wonderful. And they also mentioned they have a vegetarian in their group. Do you have any vegetarian options?
Of course. We have a delicious vegetable risotto that I highly recommend. It's one of our popular dishes among vegetarians.
Perfect. And for dessert, what do you suggest?
Our house-made tiramisu is always a crowd favorite. And we also have a new chocolate lava cake that's been getting rave reviews.
Wow, I'm getting hungry just listening to all of these options. I might have to sneak in a taste myself.
Huh. Well, I won't blame you. Our dishes are definitely hard to resist.
Speaking of hard to resist, have you tried the new cocktail that our bartender just created?
No, I haven't had the chance yet. What's in it?
It's a mix of vodka, fresh grapefruit juice, and a splash of elderflower liqueur. It's called the Grape Escape.
That sounds refreshing. I might have to try it myself after the dinner rush is over.
Definitely do. And I'll make sure to send our guests to the bar for a drink before they leave. Thanks for all of your help, Chef.
Anytime, server. It's always a pleasure working with you. Bon appetit. Good morning, how are you feeling today?
Not too well, actually. I've been having a cough and some chest pain that's been bothering me for a few days now.
I see. Let's take a look. Listens to B's chest.
Is everything all right, Doc?
Well, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is you have a case of bronchitis. The good news is it's treatable with medication and you'll be up and running in no time.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it might be more serious. What kind of medicine will I need to take?
It's just some antibiotics to clear out any infection, and some over-the-counter cough medication to help manage the symptoms.
That doesn't sound too bad. Can I also drink plenty of fluids?
Absolutely. And don't forget to rest up too. Watching a good movie or reading a book might also help take your mind off things.
You know what, watching some comedy movies sounds like just what I need to get through this. Any recommendations?
Well, The Hangover never fails to crack me up, and Bridesmaids is another solid choice.
Thanks for the recommendation, Doc. I'll be sure to check those out.
No problem. Remember to take care of yourself, and if anything gets worse or if you have any concerns, don't hesitate to contact me or come back for a follow-up appointment.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate your help and advice.
Hi there. I'm looking for a USB flash drive. Can you recommend one to me?
Of course. Our selection includes a wide variety of sizes and styles. What will you be using it for?
I mainly need it for storing documents and photos.
Great. For your needs, I would recommend our 32GB USB 3.0 flash drive. It is fast and reliable and can easily hold your documents and photos.
That sounds perfect. Does it come with any security features?
Yes, it does. This flash drive comes with password protection software, and we can also offer you a backup service for added security.
That sounds like a good idea. What makes this flash drive stand out from others?
Well, this particular flash drive is impressively durable and can withstand a fair amount of wear and tear. It's also very affordable.
Excellent. How do I go about purchasing it?
You can easily purchase it now by following me to the checkout counter. We accept all major credit cards and cash transactions.
That's convenient. Thank you for your help. I'll take the 32GB USB 3.0 flash drive with password protection and backup service.
My pleasure. I hope you enjoy using it.
Good morning, B. I noticed that our company has been spending a lot of money on airmail. Do you have any ideas on how we can reduce these costs?
Good morning, A. Yes, I was actually thinking about this. One idea I have is to encourage our employees to use email for non-urgent communication instead of using airmail.
That's a great idea, B. We can also invest in more efficient communication tools, such as video conferencing and instant messaging, to reduce the need for airmail.
Absolutely, A. Another way to reduce airmail is to encourage our employees to use reusable envelopes and packaging materials instead of single-use, disposable ones.
Yes, we can also look into negotiating better rates with our airmail carriers to reduce the cost of shipping.
That's a great point, A. We can also implement a tracking system to keep track of our airmail shipments and ensure that they are being delivered on time.
I like that idea, B. We can also encourage our employees to double-check their mailing addresses before sending anything to reduce the number of returns and reshipping costs.
That's a good suggestion, A. We can also consider offering incentives to employees who come up with innovative ideas for reducing airmail usage.
I agree, B. Another option is to set strict guidelines for airmail usage and enforcing them to ensure that only necessary items are being sent.
Yes, and finally, we can also educate our employees on the environmental impact of airmail and how reducing its usage can help reduce our carbon footprint.
Excellent point, B. These are all great ideas for reducing our airmail usage and saving costs. Thank you for your input.
You're welcome, A. It's always great to work together as a team to come up with innovative solutions to improve our company.
Excuse me, it's been over 30 minutes, and I still haven't received my food yet. Could you check on it for me?
Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. Let me check with the kitchen and see what's going on.
Thank you so much. I'm starving over here.
I know the feeling. Waiting for food can be tough, but I'm sure it will be worth it.
Well, I hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
Is there anything else I can get you in the meantime? Maybe some bread or a drink?
Actually, a drink would be great. I'll take a lemonade, please.
Coming right up. And I'll make sure to check on your food as soon as possible.
Thank you. You're such a helpful server.
It's my pleasure. We want to make sure our customers have a great experience here.
I can tell. This place has such a nice ambience, and the menu looks amazing.
Glad to hear that. We take great pride in our restaurant. I think you'll love the food once it arrives.
I'm sure I will. Hey, maybe the delay is a good sign. Maybe they're taking extra care to make it perfect.
That's a great way to look at it. I like your positive attitude.
Thanks. I learned a long time ago that being grumpy doesn't solve anything.
Wise words, my friend. And speaking of wisdom, have you tried our dessert menu yet?
No, not yet. But if the food is as good as I think it will be, I might have to.
Ha! I like your optimism. Let's hope your food arrives soon so you can make that decision.
Hey there, B. I heard we're working together to integrate some data to better understand our bank's customers.
Yes, that's right. It can be quite challenging, given the large amount of data we have to work with.
I completely understand. As a database administrator, I can imagine the amount of work you have to go through.
Indeed, it's definitely a lot of work. But with your help, I hope we can make it more efficient and accurate.
Of course. We can start by reviewing how we're currently gathering and storing the data. Perhaps there's a way we can streamline the process.
That's a great idea. And once we have that sorted out, we can start looking at tools and techniques to help us better understand the data.
Absolutely. I'm sure we can find some interesting patterns and trends that will help us cater to our customers' needs more effectively.
Speaking of customers, have you noticed any common trends or complaints that we could address based on the data?
Well, one thing that stands out is that a lot of customers seem to be struggling with some of the bank's online features.
Ah, that's good to know. We can look at ways to make those features more user-friendly and accessible.
Definitely. And perhaps there are other areas we can improve on too, once we dive into the data.
I'm excited to get started. Thanks for your help, A.
No problem at all, B. Let's make this integration a success. Hi there. Have you ever tried Scotch whiskey before?
Yes, I have. I actually just tried a new one last night.
Oh, really? Which one was it?
It was a Glenlivet 12-year-old. It had a really nice golden color and a smooth taste.
I've never tried that one before. I usually go for the peaty ones like Laphroaig or Ardbeg.
Oh, I see. I'm not really a fan of the peaty ones. They taste too smoky for me.
Yeah, they can definitely be an acquired taste. But I love the complexity of the flavors.
That's true. I think the Glenlivet had a nice balance of flavors. It was fruity and had a hint of vanilla.
Sounds delicious. What did you pair it with?
I actually had it with some dark chocolate. The sweetness of the chocolate brought out the flavors of the whiskey even more.
That's a great idea. I usually pair my whiskeys with cheese, but I might have to try it with chocolate next time.
Definitely give it a try. It's a nice change of pace.
Welcome to my office. How can I help you today?
Hi, thank you for seeing me. I have a legal issue that I need advice on.
Sure, I'm here to help. What kind of legal issue do you have?
Well, I recently got into a car accident and I'm not sure what to do next.
Okay, first things first. Are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
Yes, thankfully, I'm okay. No serious injuries, just a few bruises.
All right, that's good to hear. Now, let's discuss the legal aspect of things. Do you have insurance?
Yes, I do.
Great, that's a good start. We can work with your insurance company to get you the compensation you deserve.
That sounds reassuring. I honestly have no idea how these things work.
Don't worry, that's why I'm here. I'll explain the process and handle everything for you.
Thank you so much, you're a lifesaver. I really appreciate your help.
No problem. It's my job to make things easier for you. Just sit back and relax, I've got this.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but dealing with legal issues isn't as scary as I thought it would be.
Haha, that's because you haven't met me yet. I make everything easy and fun.
Well, you definitely succeeded in making me feel at ease. Thanks again.
Anytime. And don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything else in the future.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks again, see you soon.
Take care, have a great day.